Hello students, again I welcome you to the virtual classes of our school Saraswati Shishukunj Vagwala Borsad, subject English standard 9, and today's topic for our discussion is the unit number 2, lesson number 2. Actually in that lesson two parts are there. The first part is talking about Evelyn Glennie, which we already have discussed. Today we are going to discuss about the second part of that lesson, and the second part of second lesson also talks about a well-known musician. Now that name of that well-known musician is Bismillah Khan. Who is Bismillah Khan? Where he was born, when he was born. Let us discuss those things, and then after we will begin the second part of second lesson. So here students, here is the title of the second part. What is the title? The Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. Bismillah Khan is a well-known Shehnai player. Okay, so not only that, but also he has got the highest award of India, and that is Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan. That is not a very, you can say that, small thing. So the second part of the second lesson talks about Bismillah Khan, and he has mastery over playing the Shehnai. Here you can see the picture of Bismillah Khan with his Shehnai, and it is not like other common Shehnai, but something different is there. I hope that you know what kind of shape the Shehnai has. Keeping in mind that thing, here you try to compare that Shehnai with that traditional Shehnai with the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. You can definitely find something different. Okay, and why is it different? What is the difference is that making the Shehnai with of that of Bismillah Khan? You can come across all these things in this lesson. Simply I can say that Bismillah Khan was a Shehnai player, but he was playing his Shehnai in some other ways. Not only that, but the Shehnai that is made by him, that is also different. Now let us have some introduction about Bismillah Khan. So students, here you can see the name. What is the full name of Bismillah Khan? So he is known as Ustad Bismillah Khan. Now if I talk about his age when he was born, so he was born on 21st March 1916, and that is in Dumrao. If I talk about his death, it is in, so he was died on 21st August 2006, Heritage Hospital, that is in Varanasi. For what he was famous, so as we all know, the title itself suggests that he was famous for Shehnai, and which awards he got. So Bharat Ratna, the highest award of India, then Padma Vibhushan and Padma Bhushan. So we can say that he has that higher degree award of India. Now let us have some idea about the poet Ustad Bismillah Khan. Now poet, why I have used here poet? Because of course he was a well-known poet also. So Ustad Kamaruddin Bismillah Khan, that is the full name, often referred by the title Ustad, was an Indian musician credited with popularizing the Shehnai. So for what he is well known, that is only for the playing of Shehnai. Very popular at the time of, we can say that when the independence struggle were going on, at that time he was very popular. A subcontinent wind instrument of the oboe class. Bismillah accompanied his uncle to Allahabad music conference. So here we come to know other thing, that Bismillah Khan's family also we can say that practicing the music, okay, and that's why here we can see the Bismillah Khan always accompanied to his uncle, and that is what is the place, that is in Allahabad, and music conferences. When Bismillah Khan was 14 years of age, he accompanied his maternal uncle. So even his uncle, his maternal uncle, so both the families were following the music, and that's why the same essence of that music can be found in Bismillah Khan. So at the age of 14, he was accompanied his maternal uncle Ali Baks to the Allahabad Music Conference. So this is a brief information about Ustad Bismillah Khan. Again I am going to show you the picture. This is Bismillah Khan with his Shehnai. Also notice the Shehnai which he is playing. It is a different kind of Shehnai. Now let us move ahead with the original lesson discussion, and let us see what happens with his life, how he became the Shehnai player. Not only that, but also very popular. So everything has been discussed in the lesson. Now let us start the lesson. Now before we proceed with our lesson, here the part 2, it begins with some of the photographs, and the question is also given to you that do you know these people, what instruments do they play? That is the question that have been asked to you. So here are some pictures. Now if you have the book at home, you can see these pictures and try to give the answers for this, okay. Who are these popular or famous musicians? I hope that you know one or two, okay. So now let us discuss the lesson. Here think of the Shehnai, and that is not necessary to discuss at all. Now coming to the first paragraph directly. Okay. Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of musical instrument called pungi in the royal residence for it had a shrill unpleasant sound. So the lesson opens with the Aurangzeb. Okay, so it was the time of the King Aurangzeb when he ruled over the particular region. Okay, and in the beginning, what has been shown that Aurangzeb banned the playing of musical instrument because of some reason. He banned the musical instrument that is known as a pungi. Okay, pungi is also a musical instrument in the royal residence, for it had a shrill unpleasant sound. And what is the reason behind it that he banned the playing of pungi in the residence of royal? The only reason is that we can say that it had a very unpleasant sound. Pungi became the generic name. Now generic name, that means a name given to class or group as a whole, that is known as generic name. So pungi became the generic name for reeded noisemaker. It was not a music instrument for everyone, but we can say that it is just a noisemaker. If someone is playing the pungi, only noise is there, music is kept side apart. So we can say that pungi, the ban of pungi was, that is only because it had a very unpleasant sound. On the contrary, we can say that it was considered as a noise maker. Few had thought that it would one day be revived, and few of them have thought that one day this musical instrument come again. But that happened or not, let us see. It would one day be revived. A barber of a family of a professional musician who had access to the royal palace decided to improve the tonal quality of pungi. So barber family, okay, of professional musicians were there who had some of the access into the court of the Aurangzeb. One day he decided that I should change something into the pungi. At that time it was banned, but though some of the thoughts were running into the mind of a man, okay, and he was a barber. What he was thinking, that one day I should change it, and he was thinking about improving the tunnel quality of the pungi. Now if he is going to improve the tunnel quality of pungi, may be possible that he is going to make the music better than of the right now, and that's why he decided that thing. He chose a pipe with a natural hollow stem that was longer and broader than the pungi, and made 7 holes on the body of pipe. And what he did, he was thinking of making a new kind of musical instruments, and that's why, to improve the quality of pungi, finally what he did, so he chose a pipe with natural hollow, that means it is like a bamboo. Now I hope that you must have seen bamboo, okay, જેને આપણે વાંસ કહીએ છીએ, તો એ વચ્ચેથી કેવું હોય છે, હોલો, that means પોલો હોય છે. So he has taken that kind of thing, and not only that, but with a natural hollow stem that was longer and broader, it was longer at the same time broader than the pungi, okay. So definitely by attaching this thing, may be possible that he is going to make a new musical instrument. Not only that, but also he had made 7 holes on the body of the pipe, okay. So after taking that hollow stem, okay, what he has done, that he has made 7 holes. Now I know that you know what is the 7 holes for, that is for sa re ga ma pa dha ni, that is the music, okay. And containing that thing, he also made 7 holes on the body of the pipe. After this, what happens, see, when he played on it, closing and opening some of these holes, soft and melodious sounds were produced. And finally, for which purpose he has selected that thing, okay, he wanted to make a new kind of musical instrument. Not only that, but also from which a melodious kind of music can be produced. So containing that thing, keeping in mind that thing, what he has done, he totally changed the pungi, okay, with hollow stem and with 7 holes on it. And finally, when he played it, closing and opening some of the holes, what happened? Soft and melodious sounds were produced. So this is how he get succeeded in making a new kind of instrument, okay. And we can say that it was not a pungi, but that is a new form of pungi. And by doing some of the changes on it, finally he made a musical instrument which can make a melodious sound. If we talk about the pungi, as you know that Aurangzeb banned it, and what is the reason for banning? That it was creating a very unpleasant sound. But by doing some changes, this man, that barber, okay, that person was no one but barber, he made a new kind of instrument, okay, by taking a hollow stem and creating some holes on it, 7 holes on it. Finally he got the success, and the music played from it, that was very melodious, okay, pleasant, and even everyone would like to listen it. So this is how he made a change on pungi. Now let us continue the remaining part. Before we proceed ahead, here you can see the picture of pungi, okay. Which kind of instrument is it? A hollow, you can see that a long bamboo type of pipe is there. On that pipe some holes are there, and in the beginning part some round thing like a ball you can see, okay. So it is a pungi. Now if I talk about shehnai, so this is shehnai. So by making a new kind of instrument, that barber got success. And which kind of instrument he has made? So he has taken some of the part of shehnai, some of the part of pungi, and made a new kind of instrument. Okay, now let us proceed ahead. He played the instrument before royalty and everyone was impressed. So after making this kind of instrument, that man played it before the courtiers, okay, and everyone. Not only that, but the effect of that thing is, you can see that everyone was impressed. The instrument, so different from the pungi, had to be given a new name. Now the instrument that was made by the barber, that was a kind of different instrument from the pungi, and that's why it is necessary to give a new name to it. As the story goes, since it was first played in the Shah's chambers and was played by a nai, the instrument was named as shehnai. So what is the name that is given to it, a new instrument? That is a shehnai. Okay, I am going to underline it. Sorry. Shehnai. Okay, shehnai is the name that is given to it. Understood? Okay. Not only that, but there is a reason that why this name is given. So, first of all, it was first played in Shah's chamber. Okay, Shah's chambers, that means the chamber of the king. Not only that, but also it was played by a nai, that means barber, and that's why by combining these names Shah and nai, this instrument was named as a shehnai. So this is how a name shehnai is given to the instrument, a new instrument. Okay, and it was not a pungi, it was not a shehnai, but a different kind of instrument. The invention was done by a barber. Keep in mind that thing. Okay, so today we stop here because this is some introductory part, and I hope that I have given you the important things about the lesson. So in our next video we will continue it with the remaining portions. I hope that you understood about Bismillah Khan, one invention, a new musical invention, okay, and name as shehnai, how it was invented, by whom it was invented, you everything right now you have in your mind. So we will meet in our next video with the remaining part of the lesson. I am going to give you some of the questions from it. Okay, so you will have to write it using the given paragraph in your worksheet. We will meet soon in our next video. Thank you.